right, shalom, shalom. Let me so y'all can hear me. Right before we start. All right, shalom out there. Before we start, we're gonna give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Chak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that teaching rule well. Peace and salutations to those for elect. Shalom to the tabernacle with David. All right, and it's just gonna be a quick, little, quick lesson in the spirit. All right, this is my review on the Civil War movie. All right, and to the end by the water with it. I was gonna do a straight video, but it felt nice out today, so I decided to come after work. Decided to come down, sit by the water, show y'all real quick. Beautiful out here, man. All right, so I had to come out, do something, right? Show y'all. Zoom it in a little bit. Feels good out. All right. So out here. Beautiful out here. See, sunset. So yeah, man, as the title says, it says Civil War Review. All right, perilous times shall come. All right, I went to see the movie yesterday. All right, and it was a very solid movie, man. I give it a 10 out of 10, man. All right, very solid. All right, the movie was it showed everything, as far as the great tribulation that's about to come upon the earth, mainly upon Babylon the Great. All right, I don't want to spoil all of it, but I'll go through some of it if you brothers haven't seen it yet and you sisters out there. All right, I believe it was like 4 reporters. All right, and they was trying to get really it was Civil War, of course. All right, going on in America. All right, they had the Western Forces, they were called, and the other, I forgot their name. I don't think they even mentioned it. All right, but they was going to go up against the other, Civil War, Egyptian against Egyptian, and they had these reporters in there. There was 4 of them. I think one was I don't know where he was from, but he may have been, he may have been an Arab, They had the Edomite lady. I think with the Jake girl was not the Jake girl. I think the other girl was an Edomite. She may have been a Jake, but yeah, and they had the Jake, the other guy, the other reporter. They were making their way to DC, but as they were making their way, they was going through a lot of troubles. They were getting caught up with the army. All right, going through different stuff, man. But as you see in the streets, the highways, they were packed. They were empty. The cars were empty. The vacant cars on the highways. All right, but as far as things going on, and it was terrible, man. They stopped at this in the one scene. They stopped at this gas station. All right, and they pulled up, but they had guns on them. So that's how bad it was. During that time. So they went to certain towns. They had people on the roof with guns in their hands. So that time is coming, man. The perilous time shall come. Right? Let's get this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the apocrypha, right? So I'm gonna read 2 Esdras 15. I'm going to 16, Lord willing, right? So let's take Esdras chapter 15 before we read this, though. All right, you gotta get what I mentioned. All right, 2 Timothy 3:1. So this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. All right, and we're clearly, the signs that we're seeing in the heavens and on the earth. We see that we're in those times, man. All right, we're in these latter times. We're in these latter days. And what does perilous mean? Perilous means troublesome. All right, dangerous. All right, so in these last days, dangerous and troublesome times. shall come, man. They're coming. They're on the way. Our Jacob's trouble is around, the corner, really. It's at our doorstep. It's on the door, man, right there. But the Lord is just holding it back, real quick, just holding it back a little more. All right, so 2 Timothy 3:1, this know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. All right, so perilous times are coming, man. These people are not prepared, but us who are in the know, we're being prepared through the Spirit. All right, through Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. All right, we're getting ourselves spiritually prepared, mentally prepared. All right, and we're praying and hoping that we're of that number to be protected. All right, let's get Jeremiah 30 and verse 1. Jeremiah 30 and 1. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Salaki. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, at verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, whose name is Yahweh." All right. "For thus saith the Lord, all right, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and out of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and our faces are turned to paleness. It says, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's troubles, but he shall be saved out of it." You see that? It is the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, the Lord said he's hearing, let's read that again, verse 5. "For thus said the Lord, you have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, not of peace." Right, there's no peace going on. All right, so trembling and fear, people are they're scared. All right, of the things that's happening, man. We're about to see a great murder. All right, mass destruction. The cities are being devastated. Being with riots, uprisings. Then like I said, the people in the movie were walking around with guns, man. So it was, you could tell it was something going on. Civil war, of course, right? So yeah, man, Jacob's trouble is at our doorstep, man. It's on the way. We gotta be prepared for these things to come, right? So let's also get let's read Matthew 24 a little bit. All right. This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Which is, the end of the world in the Greek means ion, so it means age, right? So end of this age, right? It says, and Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. Ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled for all these things that's coming back. We seeing these wars pop off, man. All right, you got that Iran and Israel going at it now. Of course, Ukraine and Russia. We just hearing these rumors, but it's not yet, man. All right, because the MOTB has to come first. All right, the mark of the beast. All right, but it was wars going on in that movie, man. People shooting each other. All right, matter of fact, let's get Isaiah 19. All right. This is Isaiah 19, chapter 1. It says, The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, rideth upon a swift cloud. What's that cloud? That cloud is a chariot. Right? And shall come unto Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You see that? And they were fighting one another, man. They were going at it. They didn't care who you were. And it was one scene. I don't know his name, but he may be an Edomite. He told he captured one of the reporters. Where they were journalists. They said. So he caught two of them. He told them to get on their knees, all right, as they were dumping bodies in his grave. And that's another thing. There was a lot of dead bodies laying in the streets, man. You know, so that's how it's going to be in these latter days to come. You know, there's going to be a lot of dead bodies laying in the streets. All right, and people's going to be, you know, going right past them. You know, people be shooting each other, killing each other. Right? We'll get to that little will once we get this again, though. Isaiah 19 and verse 2, it says, "I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians." You see that? Egyptians against the Egyptians, man. They were fighting one another, right? It says, "And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall see to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts." So, hey, this is what's coming to America, Babylon the Great, man. All right, all these things that's happening around the world, that's soon gonna make its way over to America, man. All right, let's get. Now let's go into this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 1. 2nd Ezra chapter 1. Chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I'll put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee." It says, "that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." That's what it is, man. The unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness, man. So don't let these people who are, you know, unbelieving, you know, who are living in the world, you know, get to you, man. You know, they may say you may not have the truth, or, you know, telling lies and stuff like that. You know, we can't let them, you know, get to us, man. All right, all that, they don't. If they're unbelieving, let them die in their unbelief. They don't believe that goes for some. You know, even the truth, man. They say they're gonna have the true names of the Lord, or the mark of the beast is our microchip, you know. So hey, let them die in their unbelief, man, right? Verse 5 it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." And they bring the sword, man. In that movie, you seen it. Everybody carrying guns. They had people who were hanging themselves, man, because of the Great Tribulation. In the beginning, you know, they were chanting, "We want water, we want water," and they had a water truck right there. You know, they were chanting, "We want water, we want water." So, you know, they're gonna be rationing out food soon. They're gonna ration out, you know, water, you know, stuff like that. The famine gonna come. So hey, these things are coming to America, man. If you're not prepared, you're gonna be caught up out there, man. You know, these people, of course, these people are gonna be caught up, but those, you know, who are taking this truth, not serious, you know, not being serious about this truth, man. Hey, the Lord's gonna give you up to those plagues. You know. Let's keep reading. It says, let's read that again, verse 5. "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." All right, I'm gonna jump down to verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter." It says, "I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. It will destroy the land thereof." You see that? And what's Egypt? America, Babylon the Great. All right, Revelation 11 and 8, man. All right, this is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right, and Rome, you know, Nineveh, all those wicked empires roll into one, man. Right? Let's read that again. "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretch out arm, and will smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Heavenly Father shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fill through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation." Verse 14, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." You see that? And they were doing that in the movie, man. You know, people, the modern day sword, or the swords, are these guns, man. And they had guns all throughout the movie, man. All right, like I said, in the one scene, I ain't gonna try to spoil the whole movie because you gotta see it for yourself. It's a great movie, man. All right. They had they rode up to this gas station, you know, and they had and it was another thing. They asked for they asked for gas, right? And they told them it's gonna cost them some bread. But in that time, money is not gonna be, all that. They said they had like 300. They said I can get you a sandwich. So that shows you that money soon is not gonna be, really all that valuable anymore. The money is gonna be it's gonna be, low value, right? Let's read this again. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and when people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. You see that? With swords in their hands. All right, I gotta look behind me. People walking out here. I didn't expect this many people to be out on a Sunday, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, with swords in their hands and their destruction draweth nigh, man. Like I said, those modern day swords are these guns, man. They had big guns too, not no little ones. All right, AKs. Of course they had snipers to kill people. All right, because they were fighting one against another, man. All right, so this is what's coming to to America very soon. All right, civil unrest out in the streets, man. All right, people fighting against one another. People killing each other for food, water. Right. It says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Exactly. They didn't care for their governors, for the mayors. They didn't even care for the president. They were going after the president. During the end parts, you gotta go. I ain't gonna spoil it for you. You gotta go see it, man. All right, they were trying to capture the president. It was just chaos in the streets. All right, like I said, they went to this one town, but this town, some people try to, they try to, be what's the word? Ignorant of it. They didn't want to know anything. They didn't want no parts of it. And that reminded me of the red list, blue list, and yellow list. That the people on the yellow list, they didn't want to know anything. They didn't know anything. And that's a lot of our people today, man. A lot of people out here in general, they don't want to know nothing. All right, they just want to be, they don't want to be ignorant. All right, like they said in the Matrix movie, ignorance is bliss. So yeah, man, they didn't want to know nothing about it. They see it on the news, but they try to stay out of it. But in the town, they had shooters upon the roof with guns in their hands, man. So they know it could have come to their city at any point. So hey, brothers, this is what's coming, man. Second Edges 15, and 16 are jumping off the page. They were jumping off the page, and that's all I was thinking about in my mind when I was watching it. Second Edges 15 and 16 are going to come to pass very, very soon. We are going to see these things in our lifetime. We come on with stuff down here. All right, we're going to see this thing. We're going to see these things in our lifetime, man. All right, people getting shot, people getting killed, people getting taken advantage of, women. All right, and that shows you in the movie that although they were journalists, but having women with you is gonna be a liability, man. All right, like the brother said, hey, you're gonna have to be by yourself. It's better be alone than to have women with you, man. Cause they're gonna slow you down. And that Jake girl, well, not Jake girl, that Edomite girl, she may have been Edomite, or she could be a Jake, either one. All right, she's in my opinion, she was a liability, man. She was young. All right, she kept bugging out everything she saw. She saw dead bodies, bugged out. People getting shot at, bugged out. She didn't know what she was getting herself into, man. But let's keep reading on this. All right, for there shall be sedition among men in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Exactly. All right, a sedition among men. You're gonna see gangs, soon, very soon in these streets, man. All right. So people joining up to form a group. You see that in the book of Eli. All right, taking advantage of people. Right. It says, for there shall be sedition among men in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Sedition means uprisings, rebellions. All right, riots, man. Right. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, they're going to set up checkpoints. That's what they did in the movie. They were making their way to, they were trying to get to D.C. They had to stop at certain checkpoints, to show them your ID and stuff like that, man. So we're going to see that, troops in the streets, man. having blockades saying you can't go here, or asking where you going. That's what they're gonna do out here. You can't go to certain parts of the city. All right. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You can't travel. You can't be as you're not gonna have as much freedom as you had before. All these things that take place, right? Setting up checkpoints and stuff like that. That's what they did in the movie. Like I said, looking at their IDs and stuff, right? It says, verse 18. It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, man, people gonna be afraid during these times, man. All right, it's gonna be a fearful time, in the days to come. All right, yeah, y'all straight. All right, this is what's coming, man. Let's read that again. It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. People gonna be afraid out here, man. All right, when these times really be full in effect. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but he shall destroy their houses with the sword. So let me read that again. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread for great tribulation. Right, for great tribulation, man. All right, they're gonna spoil their goods. They're gonna take whatever you got, take your food, your water, maybe take your wife. This is what's gonna be happening during these times, man. This is a very serious times that we're coming to. It says, let's read it again. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. With what? They're walking around with their guns, man. All right, like they did in the movies. They were openly carrying, all right, and shooting whatever on sight. If you look like a threat, you was through, man. You wasn't making it. All right, they were gonna shoot you before you shoot them. It was, that's the times to come. Well, not for us. We're not gonna be killing out here. But these other people gonna be killing each other, man. It's gonna be the survival of the fittest. All right. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, the lack of bread. It's gonna be a famine. All right, great tribulation. It's gonna be things going out in these streets, man. All right, we gotta be prepared for these things. We gotta prepare mentally and physically. Mentally and spiritually. So, all right. It says, I think that was it on that. Yeah, man. I read verse 49. It says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses and destruction, and death. That's what's coming, man. All right, poverty, famine. All right, widowhood. No women can't be protected in these times. Right. Let's get verse chapter 16. Right. Chapter 16 and 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? You see that? That's what Ezra is saying. The prophet Ezra. He's saying, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? That's how you know it's gonna be bad times to come, man. Right? It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right, these evils are coming, man. They're gonna grow upon the earth. We're already in evil times right now. But it's on a low scale. But very soon, the Lord's gonna, he's gonna open up and say, okay, time for judgment, man. Right? Read that again. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? In that movie, it was a bunch of evils, man. In another scene, they had a camp. Where I guess where people, during the war, It's like they had a camp, where people could go, get food, and get water. That's how it's gonna be, to ration out food, man. There's gonna be a shortage of food in that day. All right, shortage of things that you need. All right, they had a camp set up, and it's like Coliseum, this football stadium. All right, big enough for a couple hundred people. All right, they had families there. All right, but people they were looking, all there was stuff going on. They were looking like they was it was nothing going on at that time, you know. They were playing, you know, games and stuff, reading, right? But and the times that come, there's not gonna be none of that, man. The people gonna be scared, they're gonna be fearful. All right, they're gonna be in straits, right? Let's read this again. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, right? The beginning of sorrows. You know, people gonna be, you know, in a sorrowful state of mind, man. The Lord's gonna take the mirth from this land. Lord willing, we'll get that. All right, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. You know, like I said, it was a famine going on. All right, or you know, they were rationing out food. They were giving food. Like I said, we're chanting, we want water. We want water. All right, so and the water truck blew up. You know, a lot of people died right there. You know, so hey, we about to see a whole lot of stuff play out on a large scale very soon, man. It says the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear. All right, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. They'll be always mindful of the scourges. You see that? So plague and, you know, it says famine and plague, tribulation and anguish, man. Tribulation and anguish, famine and plague, man. All right, a shortage of food. All right, plagues, you know, diseases. All right, tribulation, you know, stuff going on out in the world. You know, you see the smoke in these different cities, buildings on fire. All right, they had to sleep in their cars, sleep outside. Right? They say if you get sleep, hey, be grateful. You know, so that's how, you know, this all this stuff's gonna come to America, man. All right, America very soon is gonna be, you know, destroyed. You know, it's gonna be in that's what they want for control. This is what these elites want, man. The top elite, you know, the wicked of Esau, Edom. All right, this is what they want, man. Right? And they're gonna allow it. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges. Right, verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You see that? So it'll be great confusion upon the world, man. People gonna be confused, not gonna know what to do. All right, they're gonna rely upon, you know, the things that they have at hand, man. All right, you know, find a camp, you know, if they can, right? They're not gonna have the Lord with them in this time, you know, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be with his elect. All right, that's what we're planning. That's what we're praying to be a part of. It says, let's read this again. Behold, victuals, which is food, shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. And the other that shall escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. You see, so many of them gonna perish in the famine, man. You know, because of lack of food or lack of water out here. You know, matter of fact, let's get chapter 6 real quick. Chapter 6 and verse 22, and says. 2 6 and 22, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be. Read that again. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid, man. All right, so the sown place gonna appear unsown, and the full storehouses are gonna be empty, man. All right, these storehouses right now, you know, these you know, your Walmarts, your Safeways, Sam's Club, BJ's, Whole Foods are gonna be empty, man. All right, people gonna be looting and rioting out here to get, you know, food and water. Let's go back. All right, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish in famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall no man, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. The city shall be cast down. These cities will be destroyed very soon, man. Like think of right now, if I just you walk out your house, you just see smoke everywhere. You go out, you walk down the street, you look towards, downtown, you just see smoke, fire. All right, chaos going on. That's what's coming, man. Chaos and people in being in streets, man. People being in calamities. That's what's coming to America, man. Very, very soon. We about to see that. Then our people, the so-called, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, our people that don't want to listen to this stuff, man. All right, they rather, they're focused on, the things that's in the world. They're too focused on being in the world and stuff like that, man. All right. Let's get Isaiah chapter 24. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 24. In verse 3 it says, "The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken this word. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned and few men left." So the earth is in mourning already, man. Even worse when these times come, man. All right, because ultimately Esau Edom has to be taken out of power, man. All right, they're not a good leader. They're not a good rulership, and the Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and set up His kingdom. All right, with the chosen, with the elect, the 144,000. All right, and the rest of the 1/3. They're going to be set up and they're going to rule over, the whole earth, the whole world, really the galaxies and all that, the space, our different planets, so there's going to be a righteous rulership set up to really take care of the earth, man. All right, we're praying, hoping that we're up that number, but if we're not, hey, it's better than being here, man. We rather have righteousness, all right, than wickedness, man. Because that's all we see every day. And we got to be, wake up, to work for this devil, all right, make this weak money, So hey, man, we're longing for new heavens and new earth, right? But before that, we have to go through the straight gate. All right, you have to go through a time of tribulation, and that's what's about to come. And we're preparing ourselves spiritually, all right, and mentally, praying to the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Verse 7 it says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry hearted do sigh, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Right? It says, they shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up that no man may come in. Right? The city of confusion is what? America. All right, this is the city of confusion, man. All right, saying that a woman can be a man can be a woman. All right, they got saying that your child can, as a young boy and girl, can change their sex at a certain age. So all these, this is a city of confusion. All right, it has to be taken down, man. It's gonna be broken down very soon. We about to see America, Babylon the Great, go through it. Right? Let's read that again. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Right? Every house is shut up that no man may come in. They're gonna go through. About to be. We're about to see. Very, very. Hard times about to come. Like we read in 2 Timothy 3:1. All right. Perilous times shall come, man. All right, we're about to see that on a large scale. All right, these people are gonna be afraid. They're gonna be fearful. Right? It says, verse 11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. The mirth of the land is gone, man. The Lord's about to take that away. The things that the people are doing right now, going out, on the weekend, Saturday night, Friday night, even Sunday. Right now, people are out right now. All that is about to end, man. All that is about to be ceased. It's about to be, strict. It's about to be, perilous times to come. All right, hardships, troublesome, dangerous times are about to be upon, America, the whole world. It says, in the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. You see that? The gate is smitten with destruction. All right, now if you watch that movie, man, you see that. Things on fire. All right, people killing each other, you know. All right, people gotta sleep outside. They can't sleep in their homes because it's not safe. You know, people can run in your house and kill you and your whole family and take what you got. You know, like I said, you know, it's gonna be a survival of the fittest, every man for himself in that day. All right, but the elect will be safe. The elect of the Lord will be all right. They don't have to worry about that stuff. Let's get Let's get Luke 21, right? This is Luke 21, and 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of the nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." That word perplexity is means confusion, man. All right, and when you go to the word perplex, it means, you know, to be without resources, to be in straits. So people gonna be, that's a famine, man. Are they gonna be without resources? All right, they're gonna be, you know, people gonna be, you know, it's gonna get bad out here, man. That's all I can say. You know, you can't explain it in words, and we, you know, we give our interpretation of these things, but it's gonna be way worse than we speak about, man. You know, it says, verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and looking. And it says, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the sign of the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And then when these when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. You see that? So people, hey, with the signs and the things we seeing, matter of fact, let's get 2 Esdras 9. All right, we gonna go too much longer. You know, I just want to bring that out. All right, something real quick. You know, edifying, Lord willing. All right, so I just chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in thyself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. We're seeing that, man. In the movie, it was uproars. You know, not many much earthquakes. We're seeing that right now. We see earthquakes and uproars of the people. You know, in the movie Civil War, there's a lot of uproars. You know, people coming up against the government. All right, people rioting in the streets. You know, it was you know, started in New York and it make its way down to DC, man. Right? But it's gonna be all in America, man. You know, they said the people who were traveling, their families are acting like they were on farms, but they're like there's nothing going on. They're oblivious to what's, you know, things happening in the world. You know, but we're seeing these signs and these things happening in the heavens and on the earth, right? It says, verse 5, for like all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, and the end is manifesting itself, man. Right? It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, man. All right, and we're seeing the signs of the end. We're seeing the times that we're coming into, man. And we know these times aren't, you know, these times are gonna be perilous times, man, dangerous times. All right, that's about to, you know, shake up the whole world, man. Even our people, even, you know, the other nations, man. Right? The times we're about to come into is people are not preparing themselves. Matter of fact, let's get another one real quick. Little this is edifying, then we'll close out. All right. This is matter of fact, let's get Matthew 7 real quick. There's something I want to read. This is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Right? You want to walk the straight gate, man. You don't want to walk the wide gate, because that wide gate leads to destruction. right, that straight gate is going to lead you to death. Although it's going to be hard, you know, you may go through tribulations and trials. The Lord's going to test you. He's going to test us, man. These are the times we're coming into. We're coming into a time of testing. He's going to test our faith to be we're really, you know, really down with this truth, man. And we got to pray to the Lord that He gives us that spirit. All right, if we're of the elect, you know, to get through the trials and tribulations about to come upon the world. Right? It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. And we're trying to find that straight gate. We're trying to walk that straight gate, man. We don't want to walk that wide gate, because that wide gate leads to destruction, to a path of death. The straight gate leads to a path of life. All right. And ultimately, that the elect are going to walk that path, man. We're praying, hoping that we're of that number. All right. And now, it was something I wanted to get. Oh yeah, we're gonna read this and we'll close out. All right. Lord willing, was edifying to you, brothers and sisters that's out there. You know, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and verse 1. It says, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as a travail upon the womb of a child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of the light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness." You know, we're not of the night or of darkness, man. We know the times that we're coming into. We know what we're about to see. All right, we know what the Lord is about to do, man. The Lord's about to, you know, He's gonna work I forgot the scripture. He's gonna work a miracle in that day, roughly paraphrasing. So we know the times that we're coming in, man. We're coming to a time of you know, perilous times, really. All right, perilous times shall come, man. Dangerous and troublesome times are on the way, man. When you watch that movie, you see it. All right, check out just 15 and 16. Jump off the page. You know, people, hey, trying to, you know, survival of the fittest, man. You know, so that was a lot. You know, all I wanted to bring out in the spirit. You know, Lord willing was edifying to you brothers and sisters out there. All right, well, go watch that movie, man. It's a great movie, 10 out of 10. You know, the Civil War. You know, when it comes back on, if it comes on streaming, you know, apps, I may watch it again, Lord willing. All right, but you know, with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Badash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that teach you well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, shalom to the tabernacle of David. All right, continue to endure, brothers and sisters. Continue to, you know, pray. All right, keep the faith, man. We're almost out of here. All right. So call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Badash. All right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Badash. All right, you know, Lord, this was edifying. You know, until next video, Shalom. Kwam Yasharala, Abba Allah. Shalom out there.